I need to make 100 million sales. So who and who can give me this 100 million? You begin to think, you begin to plan, you begin to work towards those things. If you know that you can get these people in a category of events, you begin to target those events and meet them. For you to get anything in life, it must cost you something. You cannot just live like everybody and then you want to be different from everybody. Look at the society. How many frustrated people do we have? Do you know why people are frustrated? Because they have no plans. Those that have plans, they don't pursue them. Dr. Paul Aneche said he met his classmates and they hugged and greeted and he asked, why are you like this? Say nothing. He now invited him and asked him what he want to do. Man looked up and looked down and said, hey, now let him go and think about it. He said, you mean all these years, you don't even know what to do? After 6 months, this man returned. He mentioned one business and he gave him the money. After another 1 year, the man came back with the money and said he couldn't do the business. No wonder the man was like that. No wonder the man was poor. He didn't know what to do even when opportunity came. There is no plan. Even when the money was there, the man was confused. The man was even honorable to return the money. Some people would have eaten the money and told you that the business failed. And even come to beg another one. The Bible said, a wise man in a city, out of his wisdom, secured the city. But at the end of the day, nobody recognized him. It is a curse to be poor. And poverty starts from mentality. It's a mindset. It is not a curse. It is not a state of being. It is not what anybody wants to be. It is a state of mind, how you think in your heart. Until you begin to change and begin to hope and begin to pursue, that's when these things will come to reality. This thing we call laziness is very dangerous. It's the thing that have kept everyone at the same level. If we are proactive, we begin to plan ahead of time. Just imagine all your days in school as students. What were you doing? What were you planning? What was in your mind? You are hoping that when you graduate, things will begin to flow. Now you have graduated, you are working. Are they working the way you are thinking about it? Because you are not intentional about these things. I want us from today, every day we must be intentional about each day, we must be intentional about each week, and we must be intentional about each month. Every first of the month, we will outline each person what we are going to achieve for the month and how we are going to achieve that. Our day-to-day plan. I will first say my own, then every other person will say their own in front of everybody. So we will be witnesses to each of us when we fail. Know that at the end of the month, we'll look at the results we've achieved. We'll now look at your own. We'll now look at your own. And you know if you've passed or not. And if you fail in 3 months, you know that you have failed. So you now begin to go back to your life and begin to re-engineer your life and know that you are not doing the right things. Let's go back to our Bible. I want us to read verse 2. Read that King James for us. Through their faith, they earn good reputation. You cannot be faithless. You cannot walk without hoping for anything, having anything that you want to achieve. For by it, elders, the people that were before us, obtained good reports. Before this time, every successful person you have seen, they obtained good report through this. Remember, in that time of old, there are still people that didn't have any reports. They just existed and they died and nobody remembered them. But there are people that they talk about today. Even till tomorrow, they will still be talking about them because they have good reports. So if you want to have good reports, you must have faith. And you must begin to walk towards it, because faith without work is dead. And I want us to take this into action as we conclude this year.